DJ Swearinger, appreciate you taking the time, man.
Yes, sir.
Now, you are one of the healthiest guys in the NFL. That's the word on the street, right?
Yep. I guess so.
26 years old. You haven't always been too healthy with your eating, though, right?
Nah, not at all.
How'd you come about all of this?
I came about it. Eric Berry beat his cancer. He basically, it was his testimony for beating his cancer was a lot of his diet. You know, the doctor said his diet was so strong that it basically helped him beat off his cancer that he had. That was in 2015, and once he told me that, and I basically went to basically his same diet in 2015, chicken and fish, staying away from fried foods, things like that, and sort of over the years, you know, I just shortly but surely just weeded out the fish, weeded out weeded out the chicken and the turkey, and just went totally to try to go plant-based.
Right, and you were telling me that that your girlfriend, your fiance, she's pretty into nutrition as well, right?
Yeah, she's huge into nutrition, and that's why I get a lot of my foods from her. She'll research them. She like with the proteins and stuff like that. She really, you know, researches a lot on how I can get a lot of the protein with me playing football and not eating, you know, the meat and the chicken or whatever. Right. So you know, she helps me a lot with that.
Let me ask you this, because, you know, talking to Trent Williams earlier this year, he went vegan during training camp. He said he couldn't sustain it because he just couldn't keep the weight on. But, you know, you're not playing the line, you're a safety, so it's a little bit easier for you, right?
Yep, it is. But, you know, bigger guys, you know, they, you know, tend to have to be a little bigger. You know, I'm a smaller guy, so my weight didn't really go south on me like that. My biggest thing, my weight went down when I started the chicken and fish in 2015. You know, I was about 215, and when I did that, I got down to about 206, 205, and been around that weight ever since. And this year, eliminating everything else, it put me around about 202. So my weight is fine.
And coaches are okay with that? Training staff is cool with that?
Yeah, as long as I'm making plays, man, they good.
Well, let's talk about that. I mean, have you noticed a boost in your performance now that you've got your diet cleaned up?
I noticed a boost in like my energy. You know, my energy is definitely different. You know, I don't have those saggy days anymore. Like, you know, oh man, I wish I could stay in the bed. You know, I never had that. My energy is always good. Stomach cramps don't really have those. You know, I just feel fresh. You know, I feel way better than I once did.
I'd imagine it also helps with recovery time as well.
Oh,
right?
yes, for sure. And I think that's one big thing that has helped me a lot. You know, with just for researching and doctors and stuff, a lot of the meat and you know, the processed foods, they have the inflammation in it. You know, when you eat those things, that's what, you know, boosts your inflammation in your body. So I try to stay away from those things, and over week by week, you know, I can tell a difference. You know, some things that were bothering me last year or the year before, you know, don't really bother me that much.
Yeah, so we're in week 16 now, man. Season's almost up, and compare how your body feels week 16 this year to your rookie year.
Oh man, I remember my rookie year, I was ready to get PRPs in my hamstrings, fix a shoulder up. But now, man, I feel like I'm, you know, healthy. You know, healthy as I've ever been this late in the season, for sure. Facts, for sure. And you know, that's a testimony to my diet, you know, and to me taking care of my body.
I guess then it's going to make the off season a little bit nicer for you. You don't have all that recovery time. You can actually just get on a plane and go, right?
Yep, you know it.
Can you think of a specific game this year where, you know, maybe you third quarter, fourth quarter, you're just tired and you're like, man, thank God I changed my diet. Otherwise, I'd be dogging it right now.
I can say that for any of the games. You know, I feel like in any other games that we played, I've had chances to where, like, okay, I would have been tired last year, but I feel like every, you know, whether it's I'm more in shape, whether it's my diet helping me be more in shape, I feel like I haven't had that time this year at all to where it's like, man, I'm tired, you know.
Right.
I'm blowed. They got me blowed out here. I haven't had that yet this year, and I feel like that's a lot to, you know, me taking care of my body and me being in shape and eating the right things.
Now, football players, y'all are notorious for just like downing steaks, eating all that chicken,
Yep.
protein, 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 as they say.
Yep.
You get any ribs from your teammates for, your dietary habits? They give you a hard time at all?
Sometimes, when I come in the DB room, I have like my shakes. I have about 4 shakes, and one of my guys, Dunbar, he'll get one every now and then, and he'll joke on me like, "What you got in this one, man? A bunch of kale? What you got, a bunch of lettuce in here?"
Right.
So he'll get on me about that sometimes, but it's all good. I tell him it's healthy. You should drink it.
All right, man. So what is your favorite then? What's your favorite shake?
My favorite shake, man, I think is banana, mango, pineapple. Banana, mangoes, and pineapples, and I sort of put whatever green cucumbers, whether it's spinach or kale, just flood it up with all the green I can, and make sure I got enough fruit so I don't have to taste the green. But it usually works out for me.
You don't have to taste the green. I was just telling somebody in the office the other day, I was like, my smoothies are 75% kale and 25% fruit, man. I like that to come out like green mud. Like that way I know I'm drinking health, man.
Yeah, that's sort of how my girl does it, man. She puts a lot of green and almonds and stuff, and it be so thick. I'm like, that's not a smoothie. That's like pudding.
Eat it with a spoon, right?
Yeah.
What about your family history? Because I know, again, talking to Trent, diabetes runs in his family.
Yes.
Is your family pretty clean medically?
Nah, not at all. My grandmother actually has diabetes right now. Yeah, her husband died of a heart attack. My granddaddy. So my family's, I grew up eating, pork, the red meats, the chickens, the stuff off a farm, So it's not that clean, but something I've been trying to get my family to do. Every time they come to my house, they always like, well, we know he doesn't have any chicken. We know he doesn't have any, so we gonna have to do our own shopping. I'm like, nah, y'all don't shop. Eat what I got here. It's good for you, It's gonna help you in the long run. And my dad's very stubborn on it. My mom, she's sort of started the fruit mixing when I was in college. So my mom was sort of been on it, but she still eats the chicken and the pork or whatever. But she's trying to work her way in it.
What do you think it's going to take to get your dad over that hurdle?
I don't know, man. He's so stubborn, man. I need a hamburger. That's what I need something like that, man. But he slowly. Last year around this time, we couldn't offer none of that to him. But this year, I think my mom is slowly getting him there. But the more we stay on him about it, I think he'll switch over.
Have you done the sneak attack on him? Like, here's a smoothie, you don't tell him?
Every time. Nah, that's the thing. Like last year, he wasn't drinking any smoothies.
Right.
This year, he's drinking the smoothies. So I guess we just got to keep it going. Get my mom turned over, and he'll shortly but surely come over.
Give me an example here. Take fish out of the equation, but give me an example of your daily menu. Start me with breakfast and walk me through.
Breakfast, I got some. It is some. My girl makes the plant-based burgers. Okay. Plant-based burgers, and she does the no wheat or no dairy in the tater tots. It's some type of tater tot she buys, vegan tater tots and the vegan plant-based patty. That's what I eat every morning.
For breakfast?
For breakfast.
Dinner for breakfast?
Basically dinner for breakfast. I eat that for breakfast. For lunch, I usually have a shake, about 4 or 5 of them. I make sure I put a lot of chia seeds and pumpkin seeds to get my protein.
Right.
Make sure I flood it with kale, spinach, and cucumbers for my green, and whatever fruits. I usually switch up the fruit, mainly mangoes, pineapples, bananas, and watermelon. And for dinner, we've been doing the like last night I had a plant-based, what it was, lasagna, or like tofu lasagna.
Okay.
And it's been good. I guess they make the cheese with peanut butter or whatever. So it's been good, man. I guess it's a plant-based lasagna.
Yeah. Yeah, they can do it, man. They can do pretty much anything. But I got to ask you. So you're drinking 4 or 5 smoothies for lunch, right?
Yeah.
Is that before practice?
That is before practice.
That's a lot of fiber before practice,
Yeah.
man. you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
But you still okay out there?
I'm good. I'm
Cool.
good.
All right,
I am
man.
good.
You got a firm handshake. A lot of people are scared to go plant-based because they think, not enough protein. I'm going to
Yeah.
lose all this strength. Not the case for you.
No, not at all, man. Like I said, you can substitute things for your protein. Like I seen a study that my girl looked up. I guess 30 grams of chia seeds has like 3 times the protein as a steak, as a T-bone steak. So,
Right.
you know, if you just do the research, you know, you can find your protein in your seeds and your nuts, things like that.
Right on. Well, do they have all that stuff here for you?
They do. They do have the chia seeds and the pumpkin seeds over there.
You think we can make one real quick?
We can, for
All right,
sure.
man. Let's make one.
Let's do it.
We're going to have a DJ Swearinger special.
Let's do it.
Oh, so what do we have in here, man? You
Yeah,
got
so-
frozen pre-packs?
Yeah, man, we got the strawberries, the frozen bananas, the frozen mangoes. Down here we got the frozen peaches,
Man,
raspberries,
pineapple.
pineapples.
Yeah.
So I usually go with that. So I got my mangoes, got my pineapples, 2 bananas, cucumbers, almond milk. I got my seeds,
There you go.
my chia seeds.
Oh, man. They do.
And sometimes I do the almond butter as well.
A little extra protein.
Yeah, a little extra protein.
Now, did they keep the chia seed stocked here just for you?
Yeah. I told him, I was like, you gotta give me some chia seeds in here.
Did you put that in your contract?
Nah, it ain't
I'm
in
not
my contract,
signing
but-
till I get my chia seeds.
Yeah, man. Gotta have it all.
You ever give Coach Gruden a smoothie?
Sometimes he comes over and asks me what I'm making, but I'm all tell him the same thing I'm making in camp.
Okay.
So they usually have my kale sitting right here.
Okay.
But I guess they didn't have it today.
Oh, they're slipping.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if I could get by without kale.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be crying.
When I don't have the kale, I just load up on the cucumbers.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
just go that way with it.
So now, when you talk about drinking 4 or 5, are you talking like 4 or 5 of these full ones like that?
Basically, a full, it comes out into 4 cups.
Okay.
So basically a full size smoothie. I
Okay.
usually fill it all the way up
Right.
and have more stuff in it with the kale.
Okay.
But you know, this is,
Cool.
so it's probably still get me 3 of them.
Okay. Well, 2, because you know I'm going to taste it.
Yeah, yeah, you know it.
That's a fancy blender like you'd see in like a Starbucks or something,
Yeah.
man. You were telling me you have a good blender at home?
Yeah, I got about 4 or 5 of them. Like one of them where you just push it on the top, put like a little cup like this. I can just push it on the top, mash it. For 3 seconds, it'll blend everything up quick.
Huh.
Quick. And then I have a big one like this. I got a fruit blender too. Like a fruit, I think what's the fruit something? It's something, it's way bigger. It look way bigger than this. A fruit juicer.
Okay.
Fruit juicer, yeah. So I got one of those. I don't really use it because we used to use these, but I got about 4 or 5 of them.
That's crazy. Got a big kitchen then?
Yeah, I do. 2 kitchens.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. One just for fruits and vegetables?
I guess for when my family come in, they can have one
Aha.
for if they don't like what we cooking.
Yeah, so Thanksgiving must be pretty interesting then, huh?
Yes, it was. It was definitely interesting.
Oh, look at that. That comes out at 3 perfectly.
Yep, perfectly. I got it down to a T, man. I've
You
been
do?
doing it
That's
doing it since camp.
Chef Swearinger over here.
Yeah, man.
I like how you also clean up after yourself. That's nice.
Yep, somebody got to do it.
You're a good man. There are many offices where people would just leave it right there, and that's somebody else's
I
problem.
already know it.
Appreciate you.
You know it.
You're like a smoothie barista. All right, so here we are. We've got the smoothies here.
Yep.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Let's take a sip here. That's all right.
You like that?
That's all right.
It's,
The almond butter and the cucumber really stand out to me. That's all right. And man, this is thick too. And you're gonna drink 4 or 5 before practice.
I usually drink. I make them. I usually drink at least whatever gets me full. So whether it's 2 or 3, I drink 2 or 3. I don't usually drink all 4 of them. I drink about 2 or 3. Enough though I feel like I got enough on my stomach, and then I save the one for right afterwards.
Man, I'd be floating. So.
Yeah, man. DJ Swearinger is special, man.
Cool, man. Well, I appreciate your time. Best of luck.
Thanks for having me.
Happy health, my friend.
Yes, sir.